Okay, so if you're a big fan of Resident Evil, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this video already, you'll know that Village takes a lot of inspiration from Resident Evil 4. I think Capcom even said, a few times in their announcement things that they looked at Resident Evil 4 and looked at what people loved about it and went, okay, how can we do that in this game? And you can clearly see the similarities in certain scenes and certain sections of the game. It's not a carbon copy, obviously it slightly differs in terms of, the tone and, the enemies you're fighting and where you are and the characters. It's all very different, it's all very personal, it's all very unique in that regard, but it's still the same. Like, I have a few examples in the video I'm going to show you after this little intro part. The ones that stand out to me, obviously, and the ones that will probably stand out to most people, are the fact that the inventory is like Resident Evil 4 with the attached case, and you can kind of organise it. It's not as refined. It's not as refined. It's not as iconic as the 4 one, because the 4 one is just it's very nice to look at, and it OCDs the hell out of you if you're not careful. And that can be the case in Village as well. I know that I sat down a couple of times playing through Village, to God knows how many fronts I've done by now, and just sat and just moved things around so it looks nice. But because in Village it's just like a 2D image of what it is, but in 4 it was like the actual thing itself, like it's fully see the weapon or the thing you were moving, it would look a bit more appealing. But in Village it's the same, it's just obviously the images and the inside of the case is very basic, but either way you can still get lost in kind of organising that stuff. I do all the time. Draw a controller, oops. The other things I do want to mention are obviously the intro to the game, and then obviously there is a castle in both games, and we all know Dimitrescu is quite the tall lady, but in Resident Evil 4 there is also a castle with someone in charge who is quite the opposite of tall. We'll get to that in the video, but there's a lot of similarities. People love 4 and people love Village, or for the most part people love Village, and Village, it is its own thing, that's for sure. It's definitely its own thing, and I love the story, and I love just how good Village is. Like, I could talk about it forever, but it's definitely some kind of successor to 4. It's not. I don't think it will be, for most people at least. I don't think it will be as iconic as 4, but it's definitely like a massive inspiration for Village, and I'm just glad it turned out how it did. It's not like over the top a copy of 4, but it takes a lot of the good ideas and kind of twists it a little bit to suit the game. But anyway, that's enough of this. What we're going to be doing now is just kind of showing you a few of the kind of side-by-side comparisons that I have personally saved and put together. This is actually surprising how similar some of the stuff is. It's not loads of things, it's just some of the big noticeable ones. But either way, I hope it's enjoyable to see. The first bit specifically, it all times up so perfectly, and it's kind of great. But yeah, Village and 4, very similar games, very different games, but also very similar at the same time. Hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know what you think of, how similar the two games are in the comments. And again, if you're interested in more Resident Evil content and survival horror stuff, then subscribe and turn on notifications just to get notified when I upload every day. Well, try to upload every day, and do a couple of streams as well. So it's all fun times. But yeah, thank you for watching, and enjoy what is probably just the most cool thing to see side by side ever.
Okay, son of... arms. Bingo?
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winter.
Got something that might interest you. How do you know my name?
Anyone has heard of the likes of you.
Now, let's take a look at him. Wow. Well, Ethan
Starting to
Winters.
wonder when you might.
You escaped my little brother's idiot
Who are
games,
you?
did you?
Me llamo
Let's see
Ramon
how
Salazar,
special you
the eighth Castellan of this
Yes, Mother.
magnificent architecture. I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Star. I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, you've got a feisty. If you care
Starting
for
to go a
your
little
own
stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I am the one who captured him.
Now,
Become our
daughters.
hostage.
First, I must
Or
inform
Mr.
Mother
Scott,
Miranda.
you can give us the girl
But
because you're
later,
not worth
well,
a penny, I'm afraid.
There will be enough
You can
for
die.
everyone. Budama,
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Got that? We'll find a cure.